How's it going? Got some pussies crying on the forum, so I'm gonna cry on YouTube. Hey, if y'all can be pussies and bitch, then I can be a pussy and bitch too. I just can't bitch on the forums. Guardian here has concern for the community. Q social justice warrior that has oh no, I have concerns. This community, people aren't acting the way they believe that everyone else should. So you know the routine. Everyone get in line and act and behave the way that the Guardian does, or you're a racist, hateful, evil bigot. You're going to get insulted. You know, tolerance and diversity, but only if you're X amount of things. Is it just me, or are people complaining that Below Zero isn't a carbon copy of the original? It is just you. I don't think the developers put exactly like the last one in the description, but I could be wrong. You are wrong. If the devs don't try or make new things, they can't get their ground in the field of game development. And with big names already trying to blanket new devs, Ubisoft's acquiring Blue Mammoth Game. I don't even know what's going on about all that. If we're going to nitpick trivial stuff like multiplayer and the story not being mysterious, how are we also expecting the devs to put their best foot forward? Okay, before I go any further, let me directly address Guardian. All my issues with the game aren't necessarily the decisions and the choices. I wouldn't have minded a story-driven game. I wouldn't have minded a shorter game that was more refined and focused. I wouldn't have cared about playing as a black character that actually had a backstory, and that character's backstory actually played a part in the story itself that involved the game that I purchased and am playing. I wouldn't have minded these new ideas that Unknown Worlds had they been implemented genuinely. Had they been implemented, and you know what? I'm still not against a story-driven game. Some people are dead set against a story at all, and I'm like, well, you know what? Subnautica felt great and perfect, but it did have a story. It just wasn't story focused. I think it's possible that we could have had in the back of my mind, I still want a Subnautica game that continues the story, and you know what? That focuses on the story. Except I want a game that does it right and doesn't retcon. And it's okay if you retcon the past, but your retcon has to make sense. People's concern for the game has nothing to do with, oh, it's not an exact carbon copy. Our concerns with the game is it's not fun. It's not enjoyable. And people can't stand that. They can't stand the criticism for the game. So they have to straw man the criticism. They have to take our valid criticism and they have to lower and diminish our points to, oh, it's not exactly the same. They have to lower our arguments so they're easier for them to counter so that they can feel like they achieve some kind of victory. Like if you're a kid in high school and you don't like the principal because the principal won't let you ride your skateboard in the hallway. Fuck the principal, right? So you got a picture of the principal on your bedroom door and you're throwing darts at him like, yeah, fuck you, Mr. Bernstein. Yeah, I got a bullseye. I hit you with the dart. That'll show you. That's the mental equivalent of people that strawman you in an argument. They can't refute what you said, so they warp and twist what you said to make it easier for them to have something to say against it. And let's get through these 10 comments. Polymos basically agrees with the Guardian, and I'm not gonna repeat these. Give these a little read. This is all disingenuous arguing. They're basically circle jerking each other. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you. I 50% agree with you. I 100% agree with you. And they have certain aspects in their argument, which by itself is like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that one thing that you're saying. This one part here, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's just that the general argument that you're trying to make, that's where the issue comes in. Brzezinski speaks up. If nothing else, it's very revealing of UW as creators to see what elements they thought it essential to carry into the sequel, and which they thought to be left out. And here's Volcano Sheep's sincere reply, and he explains exactly why we're here. You know, people that are into survival crafting games, and Subnautica scratches that underwater itch. Also, take note, the Guardian was calling people smelly yelly. That's insulting. You basically made a topic where you call people smelly and yelly. That's very childish and immature, but, you know, I don't know. Maybe Unknown Worlds will do something about it. Co-op's got a reply right here to Brzezinski. Hey, Co-ops, you kind of took the bait. You're getting trolled. Don't do that. Co-ops has another... he says it's not being disingenuous at all. Okay. Co-ops basically summarize people that are disappointed because the game isn't a carbon copy. Volcano Sheep said, that's disingenuous to say that. Co-op said, it's not disingenuous. So Co-op says that it's not disingenuous for him to say that anyone that doesn't like Below Zero, they only don't like it because it's not exactly like the first game. But that's not disingenuous. Brzezinski is like, hey, do it right, you get Borderlands 2. Do it wrong, you get Borderlands 3. Take the time to read Volcano Sheep's reply. He is parsing himself very well mannered. Nice. And here's the final few parts. Guardian basically saying facts. Co-ops saying that he's not being disingenuous when he categorizes and reduces any one of you, anyone out there, you or you, him or her, them or they, anyone that doesn't like Below Zero, you are categorized into a box by Co-ops as being someone that doesn't like the game because it's not a carbon copy of Subnautica. No matter what reasons you have, those reasons, nope, it's only you only don't like it because it's not Subnautica. That's Co-ops' verdict, and he stakes his own verdict as not being disingenuous. Guardian says that these are facts. Guardian then continues, calling the game trash, like many have, isn't a difference in opinion. It's just being incendiary, my dude. We as a society need to relearn what an opinion truly is. Here comes the irony. The game isn't as good as Subnautica 1 as an opinion. Calling the game trash, a dumpster fire, or whatever, is just being hostile towards the devs and provides no valuable feedback. Just stroll through the forums. You know the kind of people I'm talking about. Aw, here we go. Appeal to authority and my fees. You're hurting my fees. What do you mean provides no valuable feedback? I guarantee absolutely fucking you. Go do a profile search for Dragonborn Zero. View all my posts. That shit is public. I don't got shit to hide. Look at every single one of the posts that I made on the Below Zero forums. Hey, you're on my YouTube page right now, peeping my video. Go peep my channel and all those playlists and all the videos I got. You want to talk about viable feedback? Bro, I got viable feedback. You just don't hear the viable feedback because all that you hear is, oh no, someone's attacking the game that I personally identify with. Straw man, all of a sudden, I'm spewing logic and I'm spewing the actual facts that he's claiming to know about. But he doesn't hear that. He just hears whatever his mind convinces him to hear. The easiest way to vilify someone that disagrees with you so you don't have to take any personal responsibility. I got triggered as fuck, boy. When I read this, when I went through this topic chain, I'm like, oh man, I got all the way through to the 10th comment, but it was his final comment, and we got a reply by Volcano Sheep. It was only that 10th comment where it's like, wow, that's triggering. I gotta call this guy out. Bada bing, bada boom. Volcano Sheep and Catalytic coming in. Oh man, what do you guys think? See, a straw man. Look at that. Boom. Boom. I had to refresh the page to see this comment from Catalytic. He had the same thing that I had to say. How do you like that? Hey guys, Unknown Worlds, y'all gonna take some responsibility for this shit? Because I guarantee you, people like me, people like Catalytic, people like Volcano Sheep, people that like Kevlar, oh yeah, there's a big chunk of us in your community and you're doing us wrong. What comes around goes around. Y'all about to get done wrong, and it's gonna feel good.